Hi, welcome back to my channel. So this morning I went live and asked you guys what you want to see on YouTube, and you guys said you wanted a chatty get ready with me. So that's what we're gonna do. I asked you guys to ask me questions on my story, so I'm gonna be answering some of them here. I'm gonna get right into it. I'm very sorry if I end up using the same products that I usually use, but I usually use them for a reason. Starting with Emolene, this I get from the local chemist. I don't think you can get it online, but I found chemists usually very easily have it. So I'm just starting with that. Someone says, I don't wear makeup because I think people will not take me seriously. Have you ever faced this? I have not, because I think while this is very common, I thankfully have not grown up with people who think like that. But I did talk about it in my TED talk and stuff like that, because I know just how common it is for people to also think that like you're really vain and shallow if you are into makeup, but I don't think that's the case anymore these days. I think it's just important to highlight how big the makeup industry actually is now. It's huge. So it's not something that like is looked down upon as it used to be, so don't even worry about that. If you love makeup, you should love makeup. Just go all out, seriously. Okay, then the next question someone asked me is what has inspired me to choose this career path. Honestly, I would say that I chose this career path just because it was the one that I was most interested in. By the way, I'm using the e.l.f. camo concealer in medium neutral. I get a lot of questions about this. Is the It Cosmetics complexion perfection brush. You cannot get it in India, although if you check my YouTube channel, there's a couple of videos down that talks about brushes. So yeah, what inspired me to choose this career path is just that I've been super passionate about it. I feel like it's an interest area of mine. Like I think I just went by what I spent the most time learning about, because I feel like that's a good way to judge what someone's interest is. Mine was definitely makeup, beauty, lifestyle. I loved watching a lot of YouTube. I loved watching a lot of creators on Instagram, and I loved like learning makeup techniques. I just found it so fascinating, and I feel like that is a telltale sign of what you should like get into. If you love reading blogs, if you write like, if you like reading a lot of books, if you like well-written videos and stuff like that, maybe writing is your area. If you really enjoy like looking at typography on Pinterest, if you really enjoy I don't know, looking at different colors, different styles of branding that different brands are following, then maybe graphic design is an area of interest. So yeah, I think I just went by what called my name. So yeah, there's really no other real thing I can add here. What do you do to reset when you feel overwhelmed or burnt out? So when I feel like underwhelmed, kind of burnt out, I feel like I'm craving change, and usually something that helps for that is actually going away for some time, going on a vacation, going somewhere else, trying a new routine, trying a new skill. Those kind of things like challenge you when you feel like underwhelmed, and that is a very real form of burnout. So it can be like solved with these things. And in terms of when I'm like really stressed, I feel like if I let it get bad enough, I just end up crying about it, and I'd be crying about something really small, but it would have set off the emotions that I had not been addressing. So I think I just cry it out. Sometimes it's also good to spend a lot of time on your own when that happens. Like spend a whole day not talking to anyone, literally tell your family, do not talk to me today, I need alone time, and take that time, because sometimes it can be just so refreshing to spend time with yourself. Yeah, because sometimes I get really easily overwhelmed by noise and like overly stimulated, and the only solution to that is spending quiet time. Okay, the next question is what do I do for a living? Obviously I create content, but that is not all that I do. I do have a day job, and so technically I have two full-time jobs, and currently I am a senior creative and content strategist at a beauty brand, but I'm not going to tell you which brand because I feel like I don't want to share it right now. Maybe in a couple of months when I feel a bit more comfortable, I will share, but right now I don't feel like. But just know that my work does involve a lot of content creation, but not for Instagram or social media. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Best hair removal method for facial hair. Permanent-ish. The only permanent-ish method of hair removal is laser hair reduction. Laser does not completely get rid of the hair, it only reduces how often your hair grows from the follicle, in my experience. So yeah, just I would say it is definitely worth investing in. Like, I've done my upper lip area, and honest to god, I barely even feel the need to thread this since I've gotten the laser done. And that's the case for every other part of my body that I got laser done on as well. So yeah, definitely look into that. I'm going kind of simple with my makeup, but just felt like saying that. Another question I got was, why did I leave FAE? Ironically, I'm using a FAE product, but the reason I left FAE is mainly just because I wanted a change. Sometimes I just feel like people think that you only leave a job when something is wrong, but in my case it was not like that, and I think it's actually healthy and very much needed to make a career switch for yourself when you feel like you need a change, just to get yourself in a place where you want to be career wise. And I'm like really sweating. What to do? Could you explain more about Saracens? I didn't know anything about this topic. Sorry if it's TMI. It's not TMI at all. I think it's a fair question. So, in case you did not know, I'm a Saurashtrian, and Saurashtrian means Saurashtrians are basically like a separate type of community. We speak our own language, we have our own type of culture. We are just different, like we're just a separate community. And in terms of where we're from, ancestrally we're from Gujarat, but very, very, very many years ago we moved down south to Madurai because of war, invasion. The king of Madurai came and saw us doing our craft at the time, which we were known for, which was weaving, and he really liked our style, and he was like, why don't you come with us to Madurai, come to my court and live there. So everybody kind of migrated there, and then since then we've kind of split to different areas of the world and of India, but primary region is the south of India. When we were like coming down south from the north, from Gujarat, we settled at different points in the country. Like we were in Andhra, we were in Maharashtra, I think. Basically, when we came down, we stayed in each area for like centuries together. So we picked up a lot of cultures from here, there, everywhere. So our language is technically like an amalgamation of all the different languages you have in India. That's also why I think it's called Saurashtra, because it's like a mix of 100 languages. But I could be wrong on that. But all the other stuff I said is true. Okay, can you suggest good hair straightener? I have, since I've gotten Dyson Coral, I have not used anything but Dyson Coral. I've gotten rid of my other straightener, but the Remington straighteners are really good. Can you talk a bit about your job and how you handle job plus content creation plus work plus health and home? Okay, so I'm personally struggling with this. Personally struggling with finding a balance. I think I fall into this like trap that I feel I'm too old and I need to be like achieving something great by the time I'm like 27 or something. So I feel like the pressure to outperform myself and others maybe not so much others but myself, like exceed all my own expectations both in the content creation and work front. So I find it really tough to like manage myself, balance my life with between like personal and work life. I'm like probably working 90% of the time, because even shooting a video, even editing a video, even talking to you guys on DM, even comments, like replying to comments, even though I love doing those things, it does sometimes feel like work, right? Because sometimes I'd not be in the mood to do the comments, but I really have to get myself to do it because that's something I care about in terms of like maintaining my Instagram. So yeah, I find it really hard, to be honest. But I think what I try to do is basically have like Monday to Friday be really jam packed, and Saturday, Sunday has to be kind of like relaxed so that I have like a little bit of sanity. Right now, in terms of health, it's really gone to shit. I'm not able to like watch what I'm eating that much, although in the past week and a half or 2 weeks I've been slightly better about it, but not as good as I would like to be. I barely work out anymore, so I'm still finding my groove. I will let you know once I do. Affordable Korean skincare, Nika. I feel like Cosmetic is a good one. Laneige is a good one if you get the trial sizes. Those two brands I really like. One thing is also good, but I don't know if Nika has it, but any Korean brand on Limes is amazing. Someone says, can I suggest some smudge proof colored eyeliners? If you mean kajal, then maybe the Lakme ones. I don't know exactly what the name of them is, but they had come out with like a bunch of colored liners that I actually did like a video for them on. So those liners I really enjoyed using. So those, if you're talking about liquid liners, so it's the super color waterproof eyeliner. They have it in different colors. Definitely a good option. The question is, would you rather spend time alone or with friends and family? Depends, but it's mostly alone. Sometimes you crave the company of one specific person, and then sometimes you need somebody else, and sometimes you just want to be alone, like that. But usually I would say alone. How did you start your journey working with FAE? It was actually really random. I found an internship from FAE before the brand was even a brand on Internshala, and basically I took up the internship and then I stayed because it ended up becoming a full-time role. I liked it, so I continued on, and that's how I started there. So it was quite by chance that I happened to end up working there. Then there's this question, book recommendation. A Man Called Ove, People on Platform 5, Eleanor Oliphant is completely fine. All three are like along the same lines. Definitely Be More Pirate. I love that book. It's like my Bible. And then we have, and then I would highly recommend Verity for a thriller series. I really like Forest of Enchantments is really good. Conversations with Strangers is really good. Along the same lines of that book is A Year of Rest and Relaxation. I love that book. So yeah, these are a couple to get you started. In terms of non-fiction, I have like maybe more recommendations, but right now I can't think of any. What other professional am I interested in other than makeup and beauty influencer? Definitely marketing, definitely creative direction, and figuring out like campaigns, shoots, things like that. Marketing in terms of content, definitely. In general also, it doesn't have to be specific to beauty, Other than that, what am I interested in? I don't think I'm interested in anything other than that. So with that, I think we're at the end of the video. Thank you for hanging out. I know it's kind of like a very quick one, but I don't want to spend too much time shooting this video. Didn't want to spend too much time shooting this video. I've just had a very exhaustive week. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed anyway. I can't stop sweating, so I'm gonna go right now. I post on Saturdays, but before next Saturday or Sunday, actually I post on Saturday or Sunday, and before next weekend, if you miss me, you can find me on Instagram. I'll leave it linked in the description box. And before you ask me, this shirt is from men's Zara, like Zara Man, and my earrings are from my Stack collection. So yeah, that's about it. I'll see you next week. Bye.